Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. It's been a very long time, and rewatching my last video on this channel, I didn't realize I never really said goodbye, or I was going to take a break. I wasn't sure what I was going to do. A lot of people that follow me on this channel follow me on my original main channel, so I made the assumption that everybody knew, and unfortunately not everyone knew, so that was totally my fault. I've taken quite a long break in hopes to regroup and give myself a pause. So today I'm just chit-chatting with you, giving you some updates, and we're gonna go from there. Usually I have something in my hand to do laundry or a craft, or I don't know, sometimes I cook and talk, but today I have nothing. I have a focused thought. I have, updates that I want to talk to people about, but I will start off with that. If you're new here, hi, hello, my name is Tory. I'm a mom to almost 4, and that is kind of where I left off. I found out I was pregnant. I have severe hyperemesis with my pregnancies. I'm doing okay now. I just have to learn, what triggers that sickness. I feel nauseous 24/7. When I'm sleeping, not so much, but when I wake up in the middle of the night, I do feel nauseous. So it's been a challenge, and I made a quick decision to not post on the channel without explaining what happened. And that, again, was my fault. So I do apologize, but yes, I am a pregnant mom to almost 4. We're due in August. I'm super excited. We found out he is a boy, and I will talk more about that in a little bit. Some of my vlogs are from Colorado. We lived there for 12 years, but we're originally from Pennsylvania, and we are back. I had this urge for a couple of years to move back to my family, to my roots. Colorado was beautiful, but there were some things that I had issues with, so we were looking into states to move to that gave us a bit more freedom of choice. And Pennsylvania, I wouldn't say is that state, but my family's here, and my husband's family's here, and we know it. And as silly as this sounds, we miss the trees. We miss a lot of the slow, simple life. We're not from the city, we're from rural areas. And I guess when people ask me, where are you from? What's it like? I always used to say dated, and I still feel that way. It feels like you're stepping back into time. And that's probably because I lived in such, I don't know if I can explain it as progressive, but a progressive area of Colorado. Again, I know there are other beautiful areas, but I felt just very fast-paced there, and I didn't want to be. So yeah, backstory on Colorado. If you don't know me, I used to be an elementary teacher. It was super fun. Got my master's at Western State, and yeah, that's really why we stayed there for so long. I was working on school, and we just weren't sure what we were gonna do. After the shutdowns and a few other things, I felt called to stay home with my children, and then we got pregnant with our 3rd, and then when we got to Pennsylvania, we got pregnant with our 4th. So again, I'll talk to that, but I wouldn't say I'm a newly stay-at-home mom, but this wasn't in my plan. I don't know if it's in anyone's plan, but for us, it wasn't. So it's something that I've been really, I wouldn't say struggling with, but something that has presented a challenge in my life, a challenge for my personality to slow down and have patience. And yeah, that's what we're navigating. So yeah, with all that being said, hi, hello, if you're new, I would love it if you hit the subscribe button. I guess that is my big announcement. I would like to start posting on here again, more so motherhood. I'm not sure what we're going to be doing. Motherhood vlogs, tips and tricks, although it's never really my right to tell you how to parent. I do find a lot of inspiration from, I guess, I don't know what to say, like homesteading moms, more self-sufficient moms that like to make things on their own, but be realistic with it, because I just feel that that works best for my personality. So if you like that kind of thing, I come from an education background. I taught elementary art, so we like to get creative, and I like to share that kind of thing. Over on my other channel, if you're brand new to me in general, I post about preparedness, preparedness as a mom, preparedness for the unknown, and a lot of people hear that subject and feel, I don't know if they feel threatened or if they put you in a certain category, especially like politically, they just like throw you in a category, which, you know, it sucks, but it is what it is. I feel that no matter who you are, where you come from, what background, you should always be prepared for just about anything. So if you like that kind of thing, subscribe over there. I typically am posting 3 to 4 times a week, and I would love to kind of get that settled, just niche down into preparedness again. And then this channel will be dedicated to momhood. So it's going to take a lot of work, but yeah, I feel like it's doable because I've done it before. And even with our baby coming, I just know in my heart that this has to happen. So that's what we're doing. And yeah, I don't know. We will start with, I don't know what we should start with. I guess we've moved into our new home. If you're brand new to all of this, it's in an area that's accessible to my family, like a day's drive, but it's not in my hometown. So it's in a town I've never lived in. I've actually never been here. Maybe as like a child, like passing through, but I've never been here. It's absolutely beautiful and we're loving it. This is my definition of slow and simple, but it's also close to the conveniences. We're also close to nature, which was really important to me. Pennsylvania has so many different areas with so much different like terrain. So it was important for me to be able to be near the woods and be near some of the mountains, obviously not as large as Colorado, but be next to the trails so my kids can experience that. It's really important to me. We're, you know, not close to a beach, but again, a day's drive, and it's just nice being back on the East Coast. Of course, it has its drawbacks, but we're teaching our kids to enjoy it. So the new house came with quite a bit of challenges, unfortunately. You know, the closing process was pretty quick. We are extremely fortunate that we can even have a home in this market. We looked up like the average buyer of a home in 2024, and I think it was like age 54. So one second. Okay, sorry, not exactly sure where I left off, but I think, the home. The home itself, we are very excited that we are able to live here and have this house. We were looking for a little bit more land, but landed on this house because the new baby's coming. It appeared to have everything set up, not all the bells and whistles, but we wanted to move into a home that we didn't have to do a lot of work on, because we felt that that would be easier for our situation. Unfortunately, some of like the structures of the home, the original pieces of the home, the well, the sewer, and all that had some pretty significant damage that wasn't disclosed. So my husband and I, very passive people if you're new here, and it's just not in our nature to go into the legal portion of all that. So it was something that we're still exploring. We're not really sure how to approach it, but if you're new here, my husband is in law enforcement. He found a job, which is really nice. The hours, of course, are chaotic, just like anywhere, so we're getting used to that. But again, it's nice to know that I can call my mom or a family member and say, hey, there's been an emergency. I need you, you know, and they can get here. Whereas in Colorado, that was a bit tricky. It was. So anyways, yeah, that's really what's happening with the house. My sweet little boy that's coming in August, I have gone back and forth. I would not say we live like so rurally that this isn't possible, but midwives near me to assist in a home birth. Again, if you're new here, you'd have to learn about me a little more. I've had some pretty, you know, we have healthy children, but I have moved away from the systems that we have been pushed into as parents, as a millennial woman, and you know, just about everything they told us to do, I'm kind of doing the opposite, and it's worked for me so far. I've never been happier in my life. Unfortunately, I've lost a lot of close people because of that, but I've gained a lot of, I don't know, reassurance, confidence in motherhood and myself. I found a community here, and although some of these friends are online, it's just kind of magical to know that there are connections to be made out there. You just really have to put yourself out there, or, you know, just reach out. So yeah, that's what's going on there. But again, I wanted to have a home birth. That was really something that I dreamt of. I'm still dreaming of. I'm not sure what to do here, but there are no midwives within the hour. Once you go over 60 minutes, at least with the ones I've spoken to over 11 at this point, and they charge, so it's a little, okay, I've been found. I'm gonna try and get this settled so we're not too loud, but what was I saying? I forgot. Once you go over an hour, they kind of get a little bit more pricier, and they tend to resist a little more, and I understand safety concerns. I get that, but we're kind of stuck in this place. And home births, although people think you just like wing it and yeah, do whatever you want, which is 1000% not true. There are no midwives that, you know, we can afford, to be honest with you. It's pretty pricey, so we are, I don't know. I can't say the statement because I don't know if we're going to do this, but right now we're having a hospital birth. Unfortunately, it started out great. The last few appointments have been a little rough, to say the least. And once I went over the birth plans with one of the nurses, she was telling me all the things I couldn't do with my body, with my birth, and that really kind of took me over the edge. Again, I'm a very passive person, so someone telling me I can't do something, or someone telling me I need to do it their way, has been such a struggle with me my entire life, especially when, I mean, this could apply to anything, but especially when that one size, it just doesn't fit all. I was like that in school. You know, I was a millennial, or I am a millennial, so differentiation in the classroom and learning styles, that wasn't a thing. I just, you know, you had to learn the standard way, and that's always been a struggle with me. And I feel like that, I guess, topic, or that differentiation hasn't been applied to the medical field. Of all fields, that's the one it should be, because there's no one size fits all. Every body is different, and I just feel that going unassisted and doing all the things that you're probably assuming, you know, like delayed cord clamping and foregoing certain things that are expected of you to put into your child, I don't feel like I need to adhere to that. And in the last appointment, they had said if I do not pick a pediatrician, that I won't be leaving the house with my child, or I won't be leaving the hospital with my child. And that kind of stopped me in my tracks. That's a bold statement. That's a statement with no empathy, and that personality is not someone I vibe with. And I think that really put a damper on my relationship with all of that. My last two appointments, one was with the doctor, one was with a nurse. I was told I was only going to be seeing midwives, and every midwife I have seen has been amazing, magical. They are delivering midwives, so I'm fingers crossed that that doesn't get mixed up again, because I feel like that would restore my faith in this system. So yes, that's really where we're at with the birth and with our life. I was trying to keep this brief on the channel. I wasn't going to come back with a bang, but just an update and an apology because I left without saying goodbye or explaining anything. And yeah, so thank you for being here. If you have not hit the subscribe button, I would love it if you did, and stay tuned for some new videos. I would love to see your comments down below. Tell me what I should film, what you want to see. That would work well on this channel. But hope to see you next time, and thank you. Thank you for being here. I hope you're well wherever you are. Bye, y'all.